Hi there, it's Goldie. I'm youth coach, and today I'll be talking to you in English. The subject of my talk today is the four C's of negotiation with your child. Now, this is applicable not only to your teenager, but also as young as 8, 9 year olds, because let's face it, we're in a world of demands and choices. And if we want to have those choices, then it's only fair that you give your children those choices. The difference between us and them is that you can limit those choices and put some rules and regulations around them. But it ends up being still a couple of choices rather than just an imposition. So the very first thing is to remember is when you create those choices for your children, you need to bear in mind what's negotiable and what's not. There are certain things that you just obviously can never negotiate. For instance, skipping school, what food they eat, where they spend their weekends. If they want to skip meeting grandparents, well, obviously these things are set, in ground, and this comes as you raise your child from a very young age. However, there are examples which I'm going to give. For instance, they want to go out and play, which is the most common thing. So they want to go out and play, but they also have to clean their room. Now you can easily say no, you can't play because your room is a mess, so there's no choice. Or you can say, well, okay, you can go out, that's fine, but you either clean your room before you leave, or you come back 30 minutes before, and that's the time you use to clean your room. Do you see how you've given them two choices, and at the same time you've placed your boundaries? Okay, so along with making those choices, you're allowing them to have the right to choose, which is something that they value in a very big way from a very young age. Okay, now along with choices come responsibilities and freedom, and with that come consequences. So that's the second C. After choice, you have consequences. If the choices are not met by your standards, then your child has to know that there will be consequences. Okay, so in the event that they are not back in time from the park and have not cleaned their room, well, they'll have to sit back the next time in their room and think about it. Or if they have been disrespectful towards somebody in their tone, then this also brings along consequences. Okay, these consequences must be for the good and for the bad. Now, if you're able to explain those to your child before the choice is made, then they have a warning on the responsibility that goes with having the freedom of choice. Okay, moving on, we have consistency. This is important. Why? Because we often have parents where not both parents are on the same page. This occurs especially in divorced families. Now, what's absolutely paramount is that you both have to be, on the same page and have to show this as a strong force in front of your child. Because if you say what you mean and you mean what you say, this creates a lot more security and confidence and trust from your child in you. So they have their whole life to, meet people who are going to give them incoherent uh, behavior according to what's being said. But you can't do that. If you start off on consistency, this is only going to help them make the choices that you put forward to them and then carry them out in the best manner. Okay, so we've done choice, we've done consequences, and we've done consistency. And the last one, of course, is care. So no matter what you do, even if you act out on your child, you have to show them that it's only out of love and only because they matter to you. So a good example of this would be, I would be a bad mom if I would think it was all right for you to hit other children. Okay, this comes especially when you are reminding them of their consequences, or if they have not met the needs of the choice, then they are punished for it, and that's where you have to show your care towards the reason why they are being punished. So it would not be good to say, in my days we used to do this. Instead, you can say, I would like you to. What do you think? And ask them. I mean, you're the adult, so you have to watch your tone, you have to watch your language, and above all, you have to remember that a negotiation is a benefit for both. Okay, so not only are you going to get what you expect, but they also have to, it's a win-win situation. Okay, so that's the 4 C's of negotiation. So let's just sum up. There's choices. Along with having the freedom of choice comes a consequence of responsibility, which also has to be consistent from both parents and have a common ground. And last of all, care. Whenever you're negotiating, and if it doesn't go as well as you thought it would, you need to show your child you've only done it because you love them. Okay, thank you so much for listening and have a great day. Bye.